Oh god. Here we go again. Another fantasy tank pulled out of Wargaming's asses. What the hell is an E65 Zwilling? Twin barrel 88 L71 on a heavy tank chassis that's more like a AMX M4 1951 with the cheeks and the bow machine gun. Turret front is flat, big mantlet, but 270mm baseline. Cupola is small too, so kinda overpowered for now, but it's not a bad looking vehicle. Rear end looks more like a Tiger II, of course. Has space armor on the sides. Probably will get nerfed because it's German. So, who the hell dreamt up this vehicle? In the back of a Porsche factory dumpster on a piece of napkin by a coke addict. What the hell is this vehicle? Never happened. The Echelon series, the improved series, never has a E77 or E65 for that matter. E50, E75 to E100. I think they made up the E79, which is a Panther 3, replacing the Panther 2 or something. But yeah, it's never happened. Not even close. So we do have a decent Tier 8 premium German heavy tank, but that's old, the 𝗭𝘶𝗶𝗹𝗶𝗶𝗶. This could be the second good premium Tier 8 German heavy, not counting the VK. The VK45 is kind of meh. It's a rear mounted large caliber gun that doesn't have DPM or gun depression or strong turret front, cupola weak spot, yada yada. So unlike the Americans or the Russians, the Germans only have one premium Tier 8 that's actually decent. So, another spot, I guess. Then again, anime, Erica could fit into this crew, so that's a big plus for me. I'm biased. It's German. I'm biased, but yeah, the rear end looks more like a Tiger II, of course. So let's take a look at the main stats. Twin barrel 88, 221mm of pin. The Tier 7 gun on the Tiger I, practically. They buffed the alpha on that gun too. 280 alpha is not bad for a rapid firing gun. 1000 meters per second shell velocity. It's okay. Gold shell is fine, I guess. It's not the craziest, but 270 is alright. 7 seconds of reload without the 100% crew. 2 seconds of aim time, 0.33 accuracy. 9 degrees gun depression, 19 elevation. 60 rounds. Ammo count might be a problem. I think the Tiger I carries like what, 80ish rounds? Of the L71, they carry a lot of ammo. About 70ish, 72. Alright, so ammo might be a problem at a tier higher with only 60 against a bunch of tier 10s. So full crew of 6, including radio operator. So Erica's missing a loader, right? She only has a crew of 5. It's more important. I need to know. Yeah, she only has a crew of 5. She's missing a loader. You can put an extra loader. That's fine. So top speed of 38, 15 going backwards, 16.5 horsepower per ton ratio, which is not bad. For a German, that's not bad. That's actually surprising. Hull traverse of 30, turret traverse of 25. Turret traverse is slow. Slowish. Health is okay, 1500. 16. 160 millimeter hull front. That's pretty good. 70 for the hull sides kind of suck, but you do have space armor for now. 270mm for the turret front. That's decent. View range could be better, only 380. But granted, the cupola is not that big. So radio is below standard at 570 for some reason. It's okay, just put you're kind of wasting optics on this vehicle though. Huh. But premium tank at tier 8 makes the credits. Full crew right here. 2500 DPM baseline. So it's like with the Tiger I, lots of DPM. Reloads at 6.7 seconds. So you cannot fit a rammer on this vehicle, but base DPM is pretty decent. it is a very quick prep time of 1.5 seconds. So double shotting for 500 alpha, not bad. But lock time is 6 seconds, so locking takes about the same time as with reloading one shell. So you're cutting into your DPM. The only way of using this lock or using the double shot is finishing off a large health target before you running back or going back from a hull down position. So you don't really use the lock time or the double shot that much. So only rarely. But it's more like the British double barrel in a sense. You don't really use the double shot unless you really need it, right? 9 degrees gun depression, quick aim time, good accuracy, high DPM. So looks pretty decent for a heavy tank gun and a small cupola too. 160 on the hull front. It is well sloped too. Maybe the bow machine gun might be a weak spot, but the cheeks kind of look a little bit weaker. And you cannot really side scrape, exposing the cheeks and therefore negating parts of the armor, of course. But 270 on the turret front for a tier 8. That's pretty good. Engine power is pretty hefty for a 65-ton vehicle. 16.5 horsepower per ton ratio. This could ram with that weight. 38 kilometers per hour top speed, pretty decent. Camo, I mean, it's chunky German, but that's surprisingly not that bad. Not like 2% or 3%. Radio, view range, below average. Could be a little bit better, right? Like 390 meters of view range. It is categorized as breakthrough, not assault, but then again, doesn't matter at tier 8. Not bad. Looks pretty decent. Looks real decent. Now, they compared it with the TS-54. So how the hell is that going to work? TS-54 is a rental, more or less, from a Watt Plus thingy-majig. So 88, Zwilling Canon L71, twin barrel L71. Everything else seems pretty ordinary, other than the gun. But here is the main comparison between this vehicle and the TS-54. Alpha damage is the same. It's a 90 on the TS-54, but this gun reloads faster and preps faster, right? Yeah, preps faster. Lock time is a lot longer, so that's unfortunate, but switching from one shell to another is much quicker at 1.5 seconds compared to 5 seconds. That is pretty long, switching from one shell to another without double shotting. It's a slower traversing gun, fine, but 9 degrees gun depression compared to 8. Same aim time, much better accuracy, better DPM, same health, effectively thicker hull front armor. Not as good turret front armor, but that depends. Side armor is 6mm thicker with side skirts, but yeah, weighs more. Beefier engine too, has better horsepower per ton ratio at the cost of only 2 kilometers per hour top speed. That's kind of insane. Same hull traverse. Not as good camo, but granted, yeah, of course. And view range is the same. Radio is a little bit lacking, but that's fine. So basically, it's a German TS-54 that has better gun handling accuracy, gun depression, DPM, and a faster switching of the gun from one gun to another, as well as prep time. Double shotting is not as effective as with the TS-54, but you have a little bit better pin. So it's a German TS-54 that's also faster to rev too, and weighs more to ram. Also repaired the track faster too, funny enough. It seems good, right? Cupola small, doesn't have that many weak spots on the hull front other than the bow machine gun, which might be or might not be a weak spot, but what's not to like? The alpha damage of the gun, you can double shot for 560 alpha. That's still fine, right? So mobility also seems good for a German. Usually it's like what, 12, 11, 10 horsepower per ton ratio. So 16.5 is out of the ordinary for a German heavy, unless you compare it to the 𝗭𝗵𝗹𝗶𝗹𝗹𝗶 turret on a smaller chassis thing. I forgot the name. Crap. I don't even have that vehicle. But normally, German heavy tanks are not that fast. Yeah, mobility of the Tiger II, it's less than 10 horsepower per ton ratio. What the hell? I totally forgot the name of the... It's a Tier VIII 𝗭𝘶𝗶𝗹𝗹𝗶 with a E75 TS. Yeah, this thing. This thing is more like a medium tank, but... Yeah, 16 horsepower per ton on this thing. This does not have 160 hull front or 270 turret front or that much DPM. It is a bigger caliber than the 88, but yeah, I don't know. Seems kind of good for an 88 to have more DPM and more armor and more mobility. This thing weighs 80 tons? From what? Its ass? Alright, but yeah, okay. So definitely seems pretty decent of a heavy tank at Tier 8, but you probably want vertical stabilizer, and since this is a double firing system, you could have improved hardening for the first slot or vents. This depends on you. If you want to side scrape all the time, improve hardening. If you want to use the gun more often, use the vents. It's up to you, more or less. But the final slot to replace the rammer, I would say you don't need the accuracy, right? You don't need the aim time or accuracy. That's already good enough for the 88. The 88 is gonna carry you with accuracy and aim time. You don't need it. Nah, you don't need. I would say turbocharger in this case. Perhaps optics, but if you really want to make effect of the weight of the vehicle as well as ramming with the 160 hull front, I would say turbocharger. If you want to be a little bit more conservative, put optics. So, more or less. But field mods wise, for a Tier 8, it doesn't matter. For breakthrough or versatile, it's all the same. So, first one is mobility, terrain resistance compared to track health. It's up to you. If you already have improved hardening, obviously go with better track mobility. You already have the track health to compensate. But this one's Tier 8 is a weird cutoff for improved hardening. It doesn't have as much health as a Tier 10 per se for taking advantage of improved hardening. All you're mostly getting out of it is the full track health after repairing. That's the only good thing about it, more or less. So this one depends on you, but more or less I put better terrain resistance, make it go a little bit faster. Tiger II is slow. Accuracy or aim time. They all have very good accuracy. Tiger II has 0.29 accuracy without even the buff. That is crazy. I should actually go with better accuracy, but in this scenario, I have a faster aim time. So this one's up to you, but I would say I would probably switch to accuracy on the Tiger II. Now when I think about it, 0.27 accuracy is pretty good. 2.3 is alright, but I'll switch for now. Normally you choose accuracy, normally, but this vehicle is very quick to aim and very accurate. I would still say accuracy. Make it to like 0.31 or 30 accuracy. View range or stun duration, view range. Sometimes you don't face artillery, sometimes behind a rock or a building. It's more constant to have a effect all the time, right? Stun effect is situational. Sometimes you don't have it. You don't have artillery. This happens all the time. You could use the view range all the time. So I would say better view range. But overall, the E65, fantasy as it is, seems pretty good, right? It has firepower, more or less. Could spam the gold. Versatility of the firepower. Switching to the double shot if you need it against a heavy target or heavily armored target with more health. The downside to this vehicle is possibly the view range, possibly the side armor. It's only 70 on the hull sides, so not as good as side scraping, but you do have 9 degrees of gun depression with a very strong turret front, so play more like American tank or British tank, just haul down with a double shot. But I'm biased for German vehicles. It's anime, I can fit all the anime crews into it too, so I am obviously biased, but this seems like a very good vehicle too. And it's German, so they're going to nerf it, like with the KST Panzerkampfwagen GST term. So, yeah, they're going to nerf it. They haven't nerfed the Canopener Jagdpanzer 2 yet, so that's good, but they already nerfed the Hunchback Leopard 1, so it's a Kampfpanzer 3 GST term. That's the full name. But they already nerfed it, unfortunately. So this vehicle seems like a 6.5 for now. Seems good. Might be even a 7 because I'm biased. But we'll have to see the actual cheeks armor. Unsloped at the hull front and while side scraping. But this vehicle is not as good at side scraping as with actual German tanks, more or less. So I would say 6.5 to 7 for now, depending on armor. But it seems very good. Very good with the double shot. It's a TS-54 that has pretty much all the benefits and none of the drawbacks, right? Same cupola practically size. Maybe the rangefinder will also be a weak spot similar to the TS-54, but seems very good. Well, there you go, folks. Another fantasy tank out of Wargaming's asses, but E15. That's the little cockroach that could be running about. That's even more toxic, like a tier 5. The Encheron series never had a E65 or E77, so out of their asses, but whatever. So as always, thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.